Good afternoon, everyone. It's a beautiful day outside. Beautiful day to talk about sports, especially Jay's enthusiasts. Click over the subscribe button if you're interested for more information. Today's topic of conversation will be Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right, but it is Giannis, and he is a topic of discussion. And why are we talking about Giannis? Because quite frankly, he's the best player in the NBA. Um, some might argue that it could be LeBron James. Others could argue if a healthy KD is available, he's the best player in the league, and also Kawhi Leonard. But let's just say he's one of the top five, top three really, really good players in the NBA. I think that goes without saying. But the conversation is regarding him and being linked to the Lakers. I don't think it's happening with the Lakers. I think the surprise team, if you haven't wondered and you haven't really caught on, and you haven't paid attention to the NBA, is the Golden State Warriors. And the reason it's scary to see him there, and most likely he'll end up there by the before the end of next year, is I'm gonna be frank. I don't think they have enough to win the championship this year, bar an injury from either the Clippers or the Lakers. I think he's carrying a lot on his load. There was a report today stating that he is planning on signing long term with the Milwaukee Bucks, but I think that's just all smoke because he had just recently made a comment that he played with his brothers anywhere, LA, Milwaukee, didn't matter where. So I think this is just, his publicist saying something so it doesn't look bad on his end. I don't think he's committed in the long run like Damian Lillard was with the Portland Trail Blazers. I actually do think he wants to win several, not just one championship, but several championships. And if he doesn't do it in Milwaukee, I think he's willing to go elsewhere. And Golden State is setting themselves up for quite the dandy. They're currently in last place, basically in the NBA. They hold next year's draft pick for themselves. And let's just say, for the sake of argument, that they end up with the number top three player in the league. A guy like LaMelo Ball that can build on a franchise. And they're able to convince or give out this offer to Milwaukee, along with two second round picks that they hold from the Utah Jazz and the Dallas Mavericks. And let's not forget who they picked up in the trade for D'Angelo Russell. That's Andrew Wiggins we're talking about. He just locked himself up for the next couple of years, signing on the free agent with Minnesota. So he's locked up for 4 years. I'm not sure the actual number there, and he'd be the good trade-off as regards to the salary, along with LaMelo. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, along with two draft picks, second round picks. That's a nice youth. That's a nice core. And they don't want to give that up. They want more draft picks. From what I'm reading is that they have 2021, their own first round pick that they could provide, along with Minnesota and Denver's first round picks, second round picks. Denver and the Timberwolves second round picks for 2021. They have been stacking up picks, people. And I think you know where this is going. I think you know that along with the fact that Giannis will want to win championships, not just one, but plenty. And I had one of my friends tell me that he doesn't want to pull a Kevin Durant. He doesn't want to end up with them and to end up saying that the reason they're winning is because they have all these players. But let me be honest about something. He doesn't have a choice in the matter. This will be out of his hands because If he doesn't sign that extension to say that he's committed long term, me, let's just say for example, me being the owner of the um, Milwaukee Bucks, I'm not taking a chance. You know, you've seen all these stars that aren't committed in the test of free agent market for them to say voila and you're left without nothing. And Milwaukee's a hard place for people to attract other players to. It's cold, it's the middle of nowhere. There's not really a lot of look, listen, that's not to take any offense to people from Milwaukee. Uh, Personally, I think it's more of a football town than it is a basketball town. Um, but as an owner, I, what other team is going to be available to give you that much if they do end up being, let's say, the first round number one pick, along with, or even top three pick, along with Wiggins and more draft picks? I, you got to keep an eye out. And I think that that organization, them being the Golden State Warriors, is run very, very well. And I think they're a smart, intelligent group of men there, and they're positioning themselves to come back next year, and I'm telling you, man, they're gonna come back with guns blazing. Golden State, don't fall asleep on that because if they're able to, so let's just say they get Giannis, and Giannis isn't happy. You know, he's probably gonna say to himself, "Well, after this, I'm out." Well, let's say he can be placed, and he ends up being, you know, the number one guy, which they'll make him feel like the number one guy. I think they've learned their lesson from Kevin Durant, and they're gonna do a little things different with him and allow him to express himself and be himself. And let's just say things work out well and they end up winning the championship, which is what he's never done before. What makes you think he's not going to end up re-signing with the Golden State Warriors and end up signing with someone else after tasting victory? He's not. He's going to end up signing for the next 2 to 3 years. There's no stopping Golden State from that. So keep an eye out. I am a little bit concerned being a Laker fan and watching Anthony Davis, but this is going to be challenging for the Lakers to the next couple of years since their draft picks, they really don't have any. They've been giving them away, and so we'll see. But just keep an eye out. This is the big sleeper